Hello everyone, Madison here and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be telling you guys about theory test prep and everything. So just because I had new subscribers and I know I've done it briefly back in November, December time, and really haven't touched on the subject lately. So yeah. And I know I've got one or two new subscribers, so I better, explain myself. Well, not explain myself, explain the whole concept of your theory test. For those of you that don't know, I've passed the theory side. I'm just now booking the practical side. So with the theory test, you need to make sure you have your provisional driver's license with you. So when I went to do mine, all I had was my phone, my provisional in my phone case, and that was, I think, basically it. And even if you have just your phone or a phone and a coat, I did have a coat actually, I lie. Where if you have a bag or just a phone, you need to use one of the lockers that are given to you. Well, not given to you, you go and pick a free locker, and then you obviously you have to take your provisional with you, just so then they can do some checks to make sure it's actually you. And then so I don't know if some test centres are the same as mine, but you can decide whether you wear a mask or you don't wear a mask. I personally went in and wore a mask. But when you get to the front desk, you obviously say, I'm here for my car theory test. And then if they've got a free computer, say if for example your test is at 2:30 and you arrive at 2:15, if they have a free computer you can go in and sit it. That's how mine works. I don't know about anyone else's, but worth a try. So you go up to the counter, they take your provisional driver's license, and then they do some checks. They're like, oh, can you tell me your postcode? Can you tell me your date of birth? And they make sure your human form matches up with the picture. So they'll ask you to take your mask off and push your hair, if you have longer hair, out your face. If it's like that, and in your photo you have no hair in front of your face, they'll ask you to push your hair back. And they'll ask you to turn around and lift your hair up, so then they can see if you have any in-ear pieces or whatnot. They'll ask you to if they can see inside your pockets, because you're not allowed to cheat. Then they'll ask you, if you're wearing a long jumper, for instance, they'll ask you to go like that and just show your forearms. And then you have to sign this little pad, just so then it's an extra confirmation for them. And then they'll give you your ID back. Then you have to go over to another desk, and they sort of assign you to the computer that you're on, and just explain that you have this amount of minutes, this many questions, this many hazard perception questions. They used to ask you if you had if you wore headphones with it on. Not, but I think you do that on the app. Not on the app, but through the government website when you're booking your test. And then you go in for your test, and I advise you to when it says you have this many minutes, like I think it's 57 minutes to answer 50 multiple choice questions, take as much time as you can on them. I'm not sure if the hazard perception clips are included in that. So take as much time as you need, but obviously try and be reasonable about it. You can always flag up a question, move on, and then come to the question afterwards. But yeah, what I try and do is I try and flag up if there's like 2 or 3 questions I don't know, I flag them up. I then check them at the end because I don't want to waste my time just sat there thinking about it when, you know, I could fly through the other questions because, say, I knew them off the top of my head, and I could waste about 40 minutes on one question. So, whereas if I do the others, I would then have like 50 odd minutes left to contemplate answers for the other 3 I didn't understand. And then it's the hazard perception part. It doesn't have a cursor, but you just click when you have the hazard, see the hazard, and then you click once when you see the hazard, and then if it escalates from there, like say if a car's coming down a junction, you click, and if it pulls out, you click again, because that could essentially be a potential hazard if it was coming at speed. Then after that, once you're done, it'll ask you to take a survey or something. I don't take the survey because, you know, you get no bonus points, so I don't see the point. I think I've done it once. And so I skipped the survey, and then it will log you off. I always wait until it logs you off. Logs me off, sorry, before I go up, because then I know that, you know, my turn is done. And so you go outside, and then you go to the first little bit, you go to the first counter you went to when you came in, and they give you like this letter, and it says, oh, congratulations, you've passed your theory. Or it would say, oh, you've failed. And it would tell you how many marks you got. Say, for example, you got 42 marks on multiple choice. It would say you've got 42 marks on multiple choice when you needed 43 out of 50 or something. So yeah, that's the theory test. But if you failed, like your theory test, don't worry. Most of us have been there. I know some people that have passed first time. Lucky. But it just takes time. Like, passing first time isn't for everyone. I didn't pass first time. I took it like 5 times, and then I passed on my 6th attempt. So yeah. Now on to the practical. Those are like the sort of tips to do, and also there is this theory app that I will link in the description below. It's $4.99 off the App Store, and yeah, I highly recommend you to download that. So then, yeah, it's really beneficial. So big up my cousin. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I shall catch you later. Bye.